I've been anticipating this review. Hey everyone, Non-Electric Tram here, and today we're going to be talking about the new 2026 Henry. This is one I've been anticipating, as Henry is, ever since Henry, got revealed, I have actually really liked how, I do really like how Henry looks, and I do think Henry is definitely one of the best diecasts out there, and I do want to talk about him. So here's Henry's promo. Apparently in Wave 2, he's gonna get a darker shade of color, green. That's something I found out. YouTube Kids, I don't know if this series is even gonna come out on YouTube Kids, because I think they're talking about the Watch Out Thomas stuff. The new logo, with the new cloud. Henry, new for 2026. You've heard it all. Mattel, all the characters on the back. This is going to be the last tender engine I talk about until Wave 2, and we talk about Hero, and Hero's the only tender engine actually. But I'm really excited to unbox this. Henry is definitely one of my favorite ones even out there. So, without further ado, here he is. So here's Henry, and as I said before, this is probably my favorite in Wave 1, besides I'll get to the review. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites, probably second favorite actually. So I want to go into detail. So with the new diecast actually had the ability to be lengthy. They really cooked with this Henry. Gordon, I feel like Gordon has a lot of issues with him, but they perfected Henry, and I want to get into this. I just Henry's always been shrunken down, and I feel like the 80th one was a big sign of how limited you can make these. Now with this new style, dude, Henry looks great, and I do really like the dark green that they gave Henry. I like it more than how they did it with Gordon. It's just seeing this long dark green engine. It's just dude, and also the good factor is that Henry doesn't even have the worst face of all of them. This Henry face is not that bad really. It's I've seen a lot worse. So Henry has his accurate wheel configuration. That Henry's basically, he hasn't had this since 2013, because the 80th one didn't have that. And he has the bogies as well. I feel like the bogies are a really good addition to this new range. That's something that I'm so glad that they're doing this again. You see the molded handrails. It's just it's really good. I do really like it. So the tender is where some of my issues come in. The tenders aren't great. I do really wish it had a middle wheel, and I do wish they would have the foot plates, but that's a problem with everyone in this range. And I don't think it doesn't it's worse on James, which was the last review we did. It doesn't really hurt that much on Henry actually. I do really like his foot plate. It looks like a Henry foot plate. Really. Just really nice. It's just actually I want to get into some of the rumors. So apparently Henry's also getting a motorized model, which also got leaked this month, and this is causing people to believe that Henry could become a main again, and I do hope they make Henry a main again. I didn't even know why they wrote off Henry, because Henry was still a pretty prominent character. I guess they were just looking for the last people at the last minute to remove. So yeah, I hope that becomes true really, because I do really want to see Henry back in the Steam team. And yeah, what else do I say? It's just the rivets as well, the cab, it's a really good boiler size. I'm gonna compare these guys now. Here's him compared to the 80th one, and just this is where all my good stuff about Henry comes in, because I do think we did not know this length was coming. This Henry's good and all, but compared to this, This is better. I will say this Henry is definitely better than the 80th one. Here's him compared to the AEG Henry, which is just a recolor of Gordon. Yeah. Better. Here's him compared to the... Yeah, maybe never mind. And then here's him compared to the Take-Along Henry. These two are actually, like, the best of, like, their ranges, actually, because I do still think, like, of every one that has been, like, leaked, Henry is definitely, like, one of my favorites. He is, like, of all of them. And then Take-Along Henry is, like, actually encapsulates, like, Henry's, like, build, like, really good. And, you know, is Henry's tender backwards? Yeah, my bad. Yeah. So, here's the big three, I guess you could say. I don't know. How does Henry scale? I do think, Gordon scales, like, not that good, and I've already brought it up, because I've already seen photos of these guys together. I do think Henry and James scale a lot better than how they did in the 80th push-along. So if you don't know, James was, like, giant compared to Henry. Gordon, I just wish he was, like, a little more taller, really. But I do like how these, like, you know, Henry and Gordon, like, actually look like, it's like, this is green Gordon, and this is blue Henry, or something like that. It's like, you know, that's something, like, I thought could get, like, misconcepted, especially with the All Engines Go Henry. Dude, Henry actually outmogs them. I'll throw this in as a bonus. Here's Henry compared to his 2022 Wooden Railway counterpart, which, I do think a lot, like, Henry was my favorite 2022 item, and he might as well be my favorite in this new diecast range. Besides one, we'll get to it, but yeah, these are actually show, like, they always cook with Henry merch. Besides this guy, but whatever. Yeah, like, they both have, like, the accurate wheel configurations besides the tender. You know, yeah. Here's the back of Henry, you know, with the bogies, that is, like, the only screw that I have there. Henry's name, the copyright stuff, the Thomas ticket, V13A, I think this is that's the code for all of Case A of this new stuff. Yeah. But overall, I'll give Henry a 9.5 out of 10, actually. I do really like Henry. Actually, I've never done this guy ranking, so this guy's a 9.5. James is like a 6. Thomas is a 7. Gordon's like a 6.5, I'll say that. But yeah, that's my review on Henry. I did really enjoy this. I do really like this model of Henry. I'll see y'all next review with the troublesome truck. Yeah.